Hey, Time Slicers, welcome to Slice Squad Spills. I'm your host, Nikki Wildflower. I went from a basement apartment to a multiple seven-figure empire. Now I'm here to share how you can do it too. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Slice Squad Spills podcast. I'm Nikki Wildflower, your dedicated and gorgeous host. I don't know why I said that. I can't turn back now. I'm not going to. And where's my, hold on. I have a little sign that does like the, and cut.
So do I. It's on the wall. I'm not going to stand up and get it.
Okay. So here's the thing. I just started that out.
You didn't introduce me. Oh, you're going to.
No, I'm doing a rebuttal. Okay. No,
okay.
Stuart, keep it in the mix, baby. This is my co-host, Jackie. And today she's my sister as well. And today we're going to be talking about when to increase your prices, how to do it without fear. Basically, I mean, you're going to do it with fear. You're just going to do it. So I know like without, the title of this is kind of like without scaring the crud out of yourself or something, how to raise your prices.
Or how to raise your prices without losing all of your clients, or like being afraid of losing all of your clients.
Yeah. So that's what we're really going to talk about today. And I'm going to just I'm going to say what I need to say about it.
It's probably, I'm going to give a trigger warning on your mindset. I am. And that I think that's
throw
really
that
fair
around
enough.
like cotton candy.
Listen, okay. I think that we can give like a gentle mindset. Like this is going to be triggering a little bit, especially if your values aren't in alignment with Nikki's and mine.
Yeah, that's fair too, because I posted something on Threads the other day that was just like, okay, when somebody comes to you, first of all, it's annoying, but when a client comes to you and the first thing they say is like, how much is this? And it's about extensions or something high ticket, and you just drop like a $1,200 investment, of course they're going to disappear because you didn't even take the time. I'm very anti when it comes to like higher ticket services, just dropping a price on somebody without actually even knowing if you could help them, knowing like what their hair is like or knowing. So I compared it to, okay, would a contractor just say, here, it's going to be like 12 grand to do your kitchen without looking at it or knowing if they even want to take on that project? No. So like why? And I got slayed by like the general public.
Why? What was the argument?
Because they were just like
not transparency.
Yeah. They were like, give me price transparency. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to do your hair. Never mind. Like,
right.
I don't know if you're a good candidate. I don't know how much it's going to cost. This is not a one size fits all kind of solution. We teach you custom solutions. So, and also probably though, if you're like the first thing you're going to say when you like come into my DMs is like, how much is it going to cost for you to do my hair? I'm probably not going to be like the best fit for you anyway, because a lot. That's what it's going to cost. It's going to cost a lot. Like, and that's okay. Who's for me will find me, and who's not will not. But I'm not going to sit there and just like drop things on people without even knowing like if I'm going to do their hair, what they need and stuff like that. So I have to get a better understanding first before I even give them an idea of what it could look like. And people were so mad about that. They're like, just tell me the price.
Well, think about this too. Just dropping the price to someone before even having a consultation with them may scare them away when this is literally exactly what they're looking for. And maybe there was a way they can make it work if it felt like yes to them. Like you may lose a client and like not just lose a client, but lose a client who would really value from these services.
Yeah. They're like, people were like, you're skeezy. And I'm like,
how is that skeezy?
And I'm like, first of all, go take a business class, first of all, because clearly you have no idea like what to do in a business scenario or like how to be a service provider for a high ticket service. Second of all, my dog is farting on my lap right now. And
what is wrong with her stomach?
She's old. Like, what do you mean? That's what's wrong with her stomach. She's old.
She threw up on one of our colleagues today.
Yeah, it happens. But that being said, there is a lot. And then every time I post a video about hairstylists and their pricing and the way that we increase it based on demand, I also get a lot of pushback both from hairstylists and from like consumers that are just like, you hairstylists are nuts. And I'm just like, you know what? Just like, fuck you, man. That's how I feel. It's a luxury service. Like literally don't get it done or find somebody that wants to do it for $25, but it ain't me.
Think about too, like, what people are willing to spend their money on. Two things happen here. When it comes to a consumer purchasing a luxury thing, they don't maybe see the value. That can actually reflect back from the stylist, not finding the value themselves and not being able to like speak into the value, or maybe it's not a match. They don't value having long, luxurious hair, but like, do they value getting Botox? That is $25 a unit, or, you know what I mean? Or $10 or $12 a unit. Yeah. Okay. So then great. Go get your Botox, and maybe this isn't a match. And that's why I like actually that you brought it back to like a contractor. A contractor would never be like, hey, yeah, I'm going to do your kitchen for this without doing a proper consultation.
Well, even like with my pool fence, I went to a guy and I was like, I need to put a gate up on in my backyard around the pool, right? How fucked up would it have been if he was just like knew nothing about me and what I needed or my pool and was just like, I don't know, somewhere between like 10 and 20K. I would have been like, go fuck yourself. But people don't take hairstylists seriously or service providers. Like, no.
Yeah, I get that. You're right.
They don't equate that to the same thing. So you're not going to let me ask you questions first to find out like what your hair even looks like, if you're even a good candidate, before you just need me to throw a number at you. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I need to understand, because I'm also like, there's a chance that we're not a good fit for each other. So that
100%.
that really pissed me off this morning. Like I was heated at like 5 a.m.
When I was taking on new massage clients, my automatic, they'd fill out like a form that they're interested, just their name and email, whatever. And my automated email back to them is, I'm selective about who I work with. You have to answer these questions, and then we can talk about moving forward from there. And that should be standard across the board. And I think this is also really dependent on, when it comes to like the actual hairstylist or service provider, how busy and booked they are and like how much they're trying to grow. It's like, if you right now can't pay your bills, then maybe be a little less selective and build your books up first.
The demand is really what dictates the value of a service, right? So like if the demand is there, then it almost always warrants there being a price increase. So like, for example, if you're like scraping away for clients, you can't just be cocky and be like, I'm going to charge this much money because I think I'm incredible. That might be true. But demand dictates value. So on the other hand, if you're like scraping by to fill your books up, you might be able to increase a little bit, but like I'd be pretty cautious about that. You really need to like build your reputation and build the demand around your business and create a buzz around it before you just go like increasing your prices exponentially. But if you are booked out, if you're like consistently booked out, 3 months booked out, whatever it is, and you want to really specialize in something and you can't even fit the clients in that you want to specialize, that you want to do their hair because you don't have space in your schedule, demand dictates value. So while the demand continues to be there, you continue to increase your prices in order to open up space to bring in more of what you do want to do.
Right. And so like when it comes to fear, like without the fear of losing your clients, it's literally just fear because you might lose some of your clients.
And maybe you should.
Yeah. And like, what does that make possible? If you are feeling like you're pretty maxed out where you're at right now in terms of earning and schedule, and like you're burned out and maxed out, it's okay. It doesn't have to be rude to break up with a client, or if a client can no longer afford your services, that is not even in alignment with what you are specializing in anymore. Like if you're still seeing a client from 10 years ago when you started your business for like just haircuts, and you don't do those on your menu anymore, and it's like a $40 service, like what's the fear surrounding hurting someone's feelings? Fair. It's very kind to resource someone to a person. Maybe there's a stylist that really wants to be doing those haircut services, or is just starting out and really needs the clients. And so you hoarding these people out of like loyalty, what is it not making possible? Room for you to do more of the services that you actually want to do, right?
And I've been there. Like I was just talking, I really like have made this switch so many times in my career, where when I was first starting out in my studio, I would just take anything I could get. Like, haircuts, pixie haircuts, vibrant colors, any color that I could get, like anything that would come my way, retouches. And slowly but surely over the years, I've really like niched down just to doing what I want to do and so that I could condense down my schedule, make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time, and really just focus on the things that I love doing. And in order to get there, that required many price increases along the way, right? So I'm at the point now where I'm just going to work behind the chair once a week. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a couple other things to do. So I really can only do that once a week, but I love it so much that I continue to do it. But I'm only going to take on color and extension clients, like both. They need to be getting both, not retouches. Like literally, I'm going to do full transformations, and I'll do their move ups and stuff like that. But I'm at the point where I'm just going to focus on what I want to focus on behind the chair and what really like fires me up. And that's right now, that's color and extensions and transformations, like the entire shebang, the whole look. Like if I could just get like a makeup artist on deck too.
Ooh, you can. If I could just do this, it's like you literally could.
The world is your little oyster, Nikki. Makeup artist.
Anything is possible. I think people get frustrated with you when you say, I don't remember like the initial time that you put out there that you don't do retouches. And everyone was like, this is crazy. I can't believe. Yeah. Everyone's like,
they all turned into goats.
Like if it's triggering, this is an opportunity. A trigger is an opportunity to reflect. Why is this triggering to me? Could it quite possibly be that that's also your goal, but you have not found your way there to it? And so you're like, this son of a bitch.
I can't tell you the amount of people like in this industry that get mad at me. In reality, like I live my life exactly the way that I want to live my life. And I've designed my career exactly the way that I want it to be. And if that bothers you, for whatever reason it is. Listen, my clients are going to find me. Well, I just don't understand why it matters, but most of the time that's coming from some kind of discontent within themselves. Because being in the career that I'm in right now, I couldn't even imagine being upset at somebody else for thriving because I feel good.
It's absurd.
I don't care is the thing. You do you. It's so funny when I see like somebody make a passive aggressive post like about me. I'm like, that it's clear. I'm like, it's clear that was like about me, but what's up?
It's all good, baby. Like we literally, each human on the planet has a different set of core values. Ain't that something? If yours aren't in alignment, again, could be triggering to listen to this podcast, but you can also turn it off, or you can take an opportunity. You can unfollow Nikki or anyone who you don't align with, or you can open your mind to what other people who don't have the same values as you, what their ideas might be and what that kind of looks like. And maybe
still follow people that I don't necessarily agree with them. Like when they're out there saying like, charge hourly, it's the new way to be stylist, like slow down, take your time, charge hourly, your career will never be better. And I see it and I don't agree with them and I don't comment because I don't care. Live your life. If people resonate with you, they're going to find you. But I don't operate in a way where I look at anybody as competition.
Again, it doesn't mean that they're wrong and you're right. It's just you're doing and teaching into the ways that, work for you and your audience.
Yeah, I mean, I am right, though, is the thing. But
shut up.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to shut up because every single like person in the business world, when I tell them that people actually charge like that, they're like, why would anyone do that?
Yeah, no, I get it. You're right. See, you're right based on data and like science.
But if we're going on vibes, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No, I get pushback from people when I post about like the actual evidence behind massage. I actually like this is the most up-to-date research that they've done. And if I missed an article, hit me with it. But I am right.
But the thing is, I don't throw things out there. Like you have to know this about me. I will not say something with my full chest if I don't know it for a fact.
And I think that's the most ethical way to be as a human. Like as a teacher.
I will straight up be like, I don't know. Even if somebody says a word that I don't know. Like we had a meeting the other day and somebody used the word meritocracy. And I immediately was just like, teacher, I'm like, I don't know what that word means. Can you explain? I was like, I was going to
does anyone know what it means? And we're all like,
yeah, no, but the same conversation happened the day before meritocracy. And I was like, hi, I don't know what that means. Can you help?
I've
And
never heard that word.
yeah, it's like stay curious. But anyway, when it comes to like the fear around increasing prices, I do realize that a lot of it comes from like this scarcity mindset. And it's funny that I was speaking with a salon that we were going to potentially come into and train with Slice Strands, train their team, and we still might. But she was talking to me about like how she's always scared, like she's successful. She knows she needs to raise her prices, but she's afraid that the other shoe's going to drop. She's going to raise her prices and there's going to be like a mass exodus. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, listen, like that fear, that doesn't go away. I'm like, I just want you to know that that doesn't go away. She's like, so I look at you and I think that Nikki doesn't have to worry about anything. She's all good. I was like, no, Nikki's not all good. I wake up every day terrified as shit because now not only is it me that I have to worry about, but 30 something other people and their families and their jobs. So like, do I wake up and think sometimes like, oh my God, what if it all goes away? Yeah, I don't think that that ever leaves you. Or what if this move is the wrong move and everything changes? No, we live with that fear every day and it increases exponentially the bigger the risks are that you take. And they're still worth taking. I said that is a survival instinct that we're built with to protect ourselves. And it's really okay to be afraid. But if you still know that that's like the right thing to do, then just feel the fear and push through it. Because I'm sitting here telling you need to raise your prices. You have another business coach telling you need to raise your prices. Then probably you should raise your prices. And you might lose some people. So what? That doesn't mean that you can't go grab coffee with them. I know that the daughter came to your wedding. I know that. It's all good. Like, you can still be friends with them and maybe they're not the right fit for you as a client anymore. But guess what? Once you're not doing their hair anymore, they're not going to go grab coffee with you. That's the reality. They weren't your friend. They were your client.
Maybe some of them are, right? And that's cool. And again, you can resource them to somebody else. In your experience, Nick, I'll speak into mine. In my experience, every consulting client we've ever worked with that was like so hesitant and scared. Like they were in that place of like, I'm burnt out. I have not done a price increase in however many years. So scared to do the price increase, mass exodus, like all of these fears. They did it. Some of them lost zero. Most of them lose zero clients.
But the thing is, I'm like, but you didn't want to lose zero clients.
No. And then some of them are like, shit, I can't get them out the door now. Yeah, I don't understand. Once they pull the Band-Aid off. And others who have lost clients, because some people do, right? If they do a price increase and maybe they do a price increase across the board and it's one of those people who has been charging their original clients that they've been working with for 10 years, the original price is still like, yeah, you're going to lose those ones. We've seen that. And still the person comes out the other side making more money, happier, and can still be connected with those people.
And I want to talk into that a little bit too, because sometimes you've been doing somebody's hair for a long time and you've never raised prices on them. How do you have that conversation? Because so many people are like, how do you even have that convo, right?
Ooh, let's bring it.
Yeah. You be really honest with them and say, hey, listen, like I have been doing your hair for 10 years and I just recently invested in my business and I'm making some changes and I have to be straight up with you and tell you the truth that I have been undercharging you for a really, really long time. I appreciate you and I love doing your hair, and moving forward, this is going to be how much it's going to be. You'd put it on you. Like
I need a raise, baby.
Taking care of myself. Every time that I've raised my prices, I just tell them that I gave myself a raise.
Yeah. I think that if that's in like someone's character, that to be like make a little joke ski about it, make it about yourself, because it is. That's great. Yeah. And your clients, especially the ones that like you really care about, like authentically, they probably really care about you too. And they probably want the best for you. And if that means giving yourself a raise, they're probably going to support it. And if they're an asshole about it, maybe they're not as cool and chill as you thought they were in the first place. Okay. Because pushback on a price increase is a lack of boundaries from the person. Are you drinking a McDonald's Coke right now?
It's a smoothie.
Oh my gosh. The top of that cup really looks like a McDonald's cup.
No.
Pushback on it is just that person has a lack of boundaries and they don't see you as the service provider. Like they don't see the value in your services. So do you really want to work with that person anyway? Right? It's not actually okay to push back. Would you push back at the dentist's prices?
No.
The dentist prices are mad high. $3,000 worth of dental work that I'm getting done in May.
Yeah. And I've compared it to that once before too. And people were like, you think you're like a dentist? And I'm like, no, I don't think I'm like a dentist.
Well, do you want to know what's weird though?
What?
So I've had the same 9 cavities and like a crown that needs replacing for 3 years, the past 3 times. I didn't have dental insurance. I didn't have money. I couldn't afford it. And like with a dentist, you don't have to say yes. You don't have to be like, yeah, I would like to. I mean, is it in your best interest medically to say yes? Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, but
at the end of the day,
I got beef with this though. I got beef with this because let me be honest. Like, what makes these bones in the mouth uncovered by insurance? It doesn't make any effing sense.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you have beef with the concept that I was bringing up about like you don't actually have
I'm
to.
Just like, but you do have to say yes because it's dangerous not to say yes. But but it's not covered by insurance, so that's like a whole different story.
It really is like injustice.
really set up for failure out there. Like in the dental world, you do have to say yes if you give a shit about your health. You have to take care of your cavities and all that other shit. But what I'm saying is there's 0%. Why is that not covered? But we don't need to get into that. It doesn't make any sense. But like, let's talk about Botox. You don't have to say yes to that.
No, that's a fact. And it's very, but regardless, like it is still a business. They're all businesses at the end of the day. A doctor's office, a dentist, a medical esthetician, they're all businesses. And actually prices may vary. So yeah, you may, obviously a luxury service of getting hair extensions or getting Botox or getting a massage is a different story than going to the doctor and having to say, or the dentist and having to say yes to that. But they are businesses and that doesn't vary or change when it comes to like, here are the prices. Why do you get to push back when it's a luxury service? It's still a business. It's still the business owner's decision, what they want to charge. Like, where do you get the right?
Well, listen, and that's the same thing. Like I've ordered cakes for my children's parties, right? I had one person charge me $100 for a cake and a very similar sized cake from somebody else was $600. I could have said no to that. They're both talented. One person was really undercharging and undervaluing themselves and they needed a price increase. So I want to go back and find that initial person to be like, you're not charging enough.
Send them to Service Evolution Academy.
That cake was fire and you're not charging enough.
Oh my gosh. You're emotionally discounting.
You emotionally discounted my cake.
So I lost my thought.
I don't know, but I do. So like we wanted to come on here quick for you guys and just like, hopefully this is somewhat inspiring for you. But if the demand is there, you increase your prices. How much? I don't know. I do know, but I would have to have like a better look-see to really decide like what that number could be, which is something we do within our consulting services, but that's beside the point. You know where to find the links. They're there. And so if you need that, I also have some videos on this on YouTube and some free trainings and all that fun stuff. So you can head over to my YouTube channel, check those out. We'll always put our call links underneath. So if you want to book a call with our team, find out a little more, totally cool to do that. Again, I have some free trainings on this on YouTube. And thank you for hanging out with us today.
Why are we being like a little scary right now?
Subscribe.
Comment, subscribe, share.
Download,
share. Tell your business owner friends about this podcast. These episodes are season 2 is like really easy to consume and they're really, really beneficial for just information for business owners. So drop them to us. Drop them.
Okay.
My words. Bye.
This is bad. Bye. Thank you for listening to Slice Squad Spills. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe, leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback is going to help us improve and attracts more listeners to the show. Please share with your fellow time slicers. And hey, if you're ready to optimize your time and double your income, we've got you covered.